I know he's got no power. I took his best shots and smiled. Those are the words of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and let me counterpunch. Bitterness, and more bitterness. I mean, it's one thing to complain about how you felt you won, but it's another thing to say, hey, well, I took his best shots and smiled. He has no power. Well, if he had no power, how can you explain him knocking your ass all around the ring like that? I mean, knocking you from pillar to post, from east to west to north to south, and then back again. How can you justify Oleksandr Usyk having no power and you smiled? I didn't see a smile after that barrage of punches that Oleksandr Usyk hit you with. I didn't see any of that shit. I seen a person that was out of sorts, that was trying to gather himself, that was trying to find out what the hell was going on, that looked disorientated. He looked like he just got his ass whooped. And that's funny. That's what happened. You know, you can't tell me that you were slipping and tripping that whole time over your feet because he was punching you. No, you was trying to get out of the way of those punches. And I know Tyson Fury with his body language. His body language doesn't lie. He's one of those guys that he recovers, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to feel pain or to take shots. See, the thing about Tyson got caught with a shot in the 7th round that shattered his nose. Then he got caught with the one in the 9th that really broke him down. But understand, Tyson saying that about how Oleksandr Usyk can't punch. You know, at this point, people, we have to give Wilder more credit than Fury. And I'm going to tell you why. Do you guys recall after the second fight, the glove gate, all the excuses fluttered in, all the protection from all types of channels came to Deontay's aid because nobody believed that Tyson Fury can punch the way he did and beat up Wilder in the second fight. And then they had a third fight. You guys remember that? And then after the third fight, you never heard Wilder after the third fight say that Tyson Fury couldn't punch any longer. That was something that you no longer heard. Versus, what did we hear before the Oleksandr Usyk fights? Oh, he's a middleweight. Oh, he can't punch. Oh, he's going to run around the ring and trying to land a jab. He's not on my level. He's not in my league. He's not in my era. He's not. All of these things that he had to say about Oleksandr Usyk. And then Oleksandr Usyk showed you wrong. He didn't run from you. He took it to you. Right? He can punch. He should have stopped you. That's a ref's call. And he did shatter your nose. Right? He did beat you up. So at least, the very least, you could have gave him the credit like, you know what, he can fight. You know what, he can punch. You know, because I felt that punch and I got caught. Well, if you got caught, how could you get caught with something that affected you if he had no punching power? See, these things make you think about Tyson Fury and his overall intention. You got to keep in mind, Tyson Fury is still retired, but he's still talking about something that already happened. You took it and smiled. I don't see that at all. You know, and it just shows cap. It almost reminds me of how Carl Froch feels about Andre Ward. As you guys can remember, Carl Froch does not like Andre Ward because Andre Ward upset Carl Froch, and Carl Froch has an ego bigger than this world that we live in. Tyson Fury is similar. If Carl Froch has an ego bigger than the earth, Tyson Fury has an ego that's bigger than Jupiter. And that's a very, very big planet. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to hear Tyson still talk about the same stuff. So it has to have some type of effect on him, saying what he's saying about Oleksandr Usyk, trying to discredit him and all this and that. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's petty, but I think it's coming from someone that's still dealing with the initial losses that he took back to back last year from the same guy that he claims that can't punch. But you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury stating that Oleksandr Usyk can't punch at all. I took all of his punches, his hardest punches, with a smile. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!